Welcome back, guys. In today's video, we are going to be sublimating license plates. Let's go ahead and get started. So, of course, as you know, if you've been with me on this, I am new to sublimation and I've been trying out some new things and finding out what I like. And the next on the list was license plates. I ordered these from Amazon. They're just the standard size license plates. I will say it came in bubble wrapped in this box and then also in like a bubble wrapped mailing envelope. The reason I'm pointing that out is because, you know, license plates can bend pretty easily and they came in perfect condition. I didn't have to worry about any of it being bent. And then each one of these plates has a plastic covering on them, which is awesome to keep them from getting scratched in transportation or while you're moving around and setting up to get ready for your project. That being said, you have to remember to take it off. Might be a little bit of a disaster if you do forget that step, so just know you have to pull off the film. But I will link these down in my affiliate links. They pressed beautifully and you're going to see that for yourself. To start with this, you obviously want to have the design picked out that you want. I created my design in Canva, canva.com, if you're ever looking for a place to help you design your projects or work with pictures or anything like that. That's what I use. I am not affiliated with them, you know, in a professional manner. I'm not sponsored by them by any means. I just really enjoy their website and I use it for almost all of my projects. So that's where I created the two license plates that we're going to do today. One of them I wish I could take credit for, but I actually found it while I was just searching on Google and thought it was hilarious and I love it very much. So I created one inspired off of that, and then the other one is inspired by a family member of mine who reached out. They have a very special truck in their belongings now, and they wanted to honor their papa and have me make a license plate for that. So that's what we're doing today. Like I said, I created those in Canva, and I just, you know, created the backgrounds, the fonts, and all of that, got it ready to where I wanted, downloaded that out, and then from there, I usually go one of two ways. Since I didn't need to do any more tweaking on this, I just uploaded that into a Word document. Because of the size, I did have to use my sublimation paper in the legal. So it's an 8.5 by 14. I do have the regular size too, but it wasn't going to be big enough. So I went ahead and sized this out to what I need. I believe I did. It was like a little over 6 inches and just under 12 inches for the design. That way it had a little bit of room to overlap. I printed that out and was ready to get my press set up. For the temperature and the time, I did 385 degrees Fahrenheit, and then I did it for 60 seconds. Now on almost all of the sublimation blanks that you get should have a suggested time range. They said anywhere between 375 and 400. I came up with 385 by just kind of knocking back and seeing. I figured I'd start there and add more heat if I needed to. I was a little worried to add too much heat and then cause myself some problems. So 385 for 60 seconds. I just turned on my heat press, set it aside, and moved forward with the next step. That would be removing the plastic, getting my image and everything all lined up, taping it down with some heat tape, and cutting my butcher paper to size. That way I can put it on the bottom and the top to make sure that it's catching any of that ink as it releases and not ruining my press. Once the press was heated, I just put it on. You always want to make sure that your sublimation paper is the one that's on top, right next to your plate. So I set it down and I let it press for 60 seconds. And keep in mind with any sublimation, it's going to be very hot when you take it out of the press. So I wanted to make sure I had my heat glove on hand, especially because these license plates are metal. Well, I'm pretty sure they're aluminum, but that means they get really hot and they're gonna hold that heat. Please do not burn yourself. So what I did is I just had my glove on with one hand and I just took the butcher paper and kind of pulled it all off the press together and put it on the table. And then with one hand I held the hot stuff and I peeled the paper back with the other hand since the paper wasn't very hot at that point. And it pressed absolutely flawlessly. It's very, very beautiful. While that was, you know, after I pulled that off, I put the second plate on there and was letting that press while I was unwrapping the first license plate And once it was ready, I did the exact same steps, and it transferred beautifully. Now I will say, with the black background, I feel like black could be one of the hardest to sublimate, because to get a true black, first off, is a thing in itself, but two, it shows ghosting so much more. Now I will say there's a little area on the bottom where you can tell it, I'm not really sure what happened, but it does have like a slight bit of ghosting, but it's not super noticeable. The other thing I love about these license plates is that they have like a slight shimmer to them. So in the black, it really shows up. However, it's really hard for me to get on camera because the black reflects everything. So I try to show you a little bit, but I'm gonna pull this other license plate up here and see if I can let you get in there. So sorry about my ring light. I don't have it on super bright, so it doesn't reflect off my glasses. So let me turn it off. There we go, we'll see. I'm really not sure if you can tell, but there's like a good, I really don't think the camera can pick it up, but just take my word for it that, these do have a beautiful shimmer to them. I've already wrapped the other license plate up, so I'm not gonna unwrap it to show you, but they sublimated beautifully. Like I said, they have that nice shimmer, and they're really good quality. Like, you know, they're not super thin or anything. So I really like these. I'm very happy with this purchase. I suggest them to you guys. There's just something so satisfying about sublimation whenever you press it and then you pull it back and you see that beautiful image and how it actually worked and came through. It's very, very satisfying. So that's all I have for you guys today. That was a nice, simple, easy project, but very meaningful in one sense and very fun in another. And I just wanted to show you guys there's so many options out there for sublimation, and so I don't want you to limit yourself. If this video was helpful in any way, consider giving me a thumbs up. I'm very grateful for you guys to be here. If you're new, consider subscribing. We do a lot of sublimation on this channel as we are starting up and learning together, but I also do a lot of other stuff on my channel. It is a crafting/maker DIY channel in general, and we like to take on new challenges and learn new things. So you should probably join us and just open up and inspire your creativity. You can also do that on my Facebook group page, where I have, it's still small and we're still growing, but we would love to have you join. You can share your pictures of your projects there, ask questions, interact with me directly, other people within the group, and we just kind of share and inspire each other. If you're returning, you know I love you. I don't know how many times I have to say it. You guys are the best. I'm very grateful for all of your support. I'm going to take you in for a closer look, and I'll see you next time.